Hello guys, welcome back in today's crypto technical analysis. Today, as usual, we'll do a multiple time frame analysis for BTC. However, before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. We had another weekly close. We're starting from a weekly time frame. As I mentioned, either we're going to take this low, which was a 17,500 with an SFB, otherwise highly likely we've got lower levels. That's my pin tweet that we're following the same price action. As soon as we broke $60,000 with a retest of 59,500, that was your exit level based on a higher time frame. The next one came at around $52,000, and then the last one for the higher time frame was $48,000. So bear in your mind, based on a daily time frame as well as the other higher time frames, 52 as well as the 48,000 were the single resistance level. So as you see, we've got first exit, second one, as well as the third one, and we saw a massive dump in the market. We closed with a nasty bearish candle yesterday, and the market doesn't look good, which I'll keep mentioning. And also I provided these levels in advance, and recently I made an update. There is a chance that the 618 is going to act as a support, this pitchfork. So as you see, yesterday's weekly closed above the pitchfork, as well as today we opened above the pitchfork. And at the same time, we had another confluence with a fib extension, 0.618. As you can see, the weekly time frame closed above the Fibonacci extension. So if you would like to study why I said Fibonacci level 0.786, why we're not going to hold, you can watch the last video or you can refer to a pinned tweet. Moving on to a daily time frame. Based on a daily time frame, as I said, that was a exit level, retested it perfectly, first leg down. We had a bit of consolidation with a fake out on the daily time frame. We had another second leg down. However, we consolidated at around in this region about more than 4 months. And I was keep mentioning that the dump is going to be a bit harsh. So we saw from 60,000, 59,500 we saw in the first place with a 17,500 without getting an exit signal, 70% based on a higher time frame, and all the way up to 70, nearly 5% dump in the market, and with the current price action over 70%. However, if you take an average from 52 all the way to 48, as I said, we had a single resistance that's going to give us $50,000, and from $50,000 we saw in the first place 65% dump all the way up to 68% dump in the market, and then with the current price action over 65% dump. So based on higher time frame as well as the mid time frame, this is the level that you have to keep an eye on. That's going to be at 14,400 and 13,200 and 300 levels. However, based on the daily time frame, first resistance is going to be $18,600, $18,700. Without claiming $18,700, it's going to be early for us to talk about the daily time frame. Will get back into consolidation. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. Based on a 4-hour time frame, as soon as we approach to 618, and I expected price to dump all the way up to 0.618, multiple time frame Fibonacci levels. So as you can see, I warned about it. The dump was quite faster than 48 and 72 hours because we lost $20,000 quite fast. And I was expecting to retest from 0.618, and we took scalping. And even though I said 20,500, 20,700 is going to be extremely important level, even though we're going back to 19,900 and $20,000 will give us a consolidation based on a 4-hour time frame. However, as I said, 20,500 and 700 is going to be extremely important. So the highest one for this candle was 20,661 as expected. Then I mentioned that we came to this level mentioned, and highly likely that was a confluence with a smart money as well, and the rejection was quite fast. And in the next tweet that I said from 618 to 618, because this is a lower time frame 618 and this is a multiple time frame 618 Fibonacci golden pockets. So also I mentioned that that's a confluence with a smart money. So as you can see, the way we played from 618 all the way to this level, we saw 6 to 7% pump. However, that was an exit level based on it once we lost $20,000. Also 4-hour time frame was heavily under the bear's control, which I mentioned again in the next tweet, that 4-hour already under bear's control. I also mentioned that the swing setups looks promising, and we saw from 20,500 we saw massive dump, which is a 25% nearly dump in the market with a current price action over 18% dump, and the main target, first target, the support, which I mentioned earlier on. Before we move on to further analysis, if you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense masterclass is available. and it only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, scalping, swing, and as well as the long term as an investor trading systems. As long as you trade a chart and you know your levels, losing the 20,000, 20,500 and 4 hour went heavily under the bear's control, retested it perfectly, and as soon as we came in this level, we had a bad news in the market and the market started tanking. So as long as you know the levels, the news and fundamentals are extra noise. Now you saw many times on this channel if you're following me for some time. Before we move on to further BTC analysis based on a lower and mid time frame, I would like to draw your attention to USDT dominance chart. And as I said, once you're going to see the rejection from USDT dominance chart, once it started going down, BTC starts going up. So as I mentioned, we are following the current chart since the August. In the last update, as I mentioned, highly likely that we're going to see a rejection from 0.618. And as you can see, first rejection as well as the second in the first place to daily resistance, another rejection right from the resistance number 1. And then I was expecting that the price action to come all the way to local support and 0.618, the golden pockets. However, we didn't reach to that target. As a result, we saw a massive pump from the USDT dominance chart and massive dump from the BTC. As long as we're going to be above, in the first place, this level, which is going to be 8.65%, claiming this, highly likely, then we're going to go and test all the way up to 9.5, 9.6%. Claiming this as a support, then you can expect a heavy dump for BTC and the rest of the crypto market. Moving on with our BTC analysis, as I mentioned, the BTC at a lower time frame as well as the mid time frame resistance, we might expect a decent dump in the market. However, the support level is exactly the same which I mentioned earlier on. The resistance levels in the first place, without claiming 18,500 and 600, it's going to be early for us to talk about that the 4 hour time frame will get back into the consolidation. However, without claiming, based on a mid time frame as well as the lower time frame, 19,200, it's going to be early for us to talk about the bullish scenario based on a 2 hour as well as the 4 hour time frame. So these levels are a bit early for us to talk about it. We may see a choppy market in the coming days, and you got levels, play level to level. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.